everything because I'm good at that. You
I'm
know?
so glad.
I got a good one.
Okay.
Hey, it's just a Trish, and I'm super excited because I'm Megan from
Homeschool for Two.
Homeschool for Two. I don't know if you know her channel, but like, so as you can tell, we did a total meetup. But like, as you can tell, it's like I'm on the road dropping off my kids, and I'm driving around, so I got the car still like graffitied.
Yeah.
That yeah.
Looks like kids just got out of it.
And we're in a small town, and of course, there's nowhere to hang out to do videos, so why not? The car.
Yeah.
So when you meet a brand new YouTuber or you meet up with a YouTuber, it's probably good not to get in their car.
Well, no, like, I feel like I know you on such a more deeper level now.
Even though it's like the first time we met.
Yes, like now I've seen your dirt. We're good. Like,
Yeah, I just cleaned it out. But, like, you know, if you meet people on YouTube, usually they say, don't get in their car, stranger danger.
Yeah, but I feel like, no, like you were the very first person I ever watched on YouTube. Like
Really?
4 years ago, yes.
Oh,
And
thanks.
so I've known you for forever. It's just this is the first time we've met.
You know, I've run into, like, I have a girlfriend that we would spend a lot of time together and or on the phone and stuff, and she's like, you know, sometimes it's just kind of easier to watch you, and I talk back to you, and I'm like, but like, you know, I don't know anything you said.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I know what you said. And I was like, but I didn't get anything out of it. Okay, so I just thought it would be awesome since we're going to do a meetup. We're going to do a series of videos, just some topics we were kind of playing around with. Because like all homeschoolers, we met up at the library. Yes, Megan at Creating Essence, you know me and the library. Homeschool moms.
That's our meeting ground.
We meet at libraries feel safe.
Yes.
And so we're going to do a couple of videos, and you're going to see them coming out. They'll probably come out, you know, every week or every couple of weeks for me. And then we're going to do some videos that'll be on her channel. So I'm going to put a link actually at the end for her channel of this video. And I'm going to put it down there below so you can check it out. But so we're going to do 5 things about us. I know I didn't give you any warning.
You did not.
I did not. So, but I thought it was funny. Because we were just talking
Thanks.
about, I can't remember what we were talking about, but it was just kind of came up. I'm like, 5 things.
Okay.
So number 1, I'm an extrovert.
I'm opposite of that. I'm a huge introvert.
Huge introvert. All right, so what's something else different? I've been homeschooling for 9 years. Coming up, what's going to be your year?
4.
And you got in here because you knew that was what you're going to do.
Ha ha. No.
You're the reluctant homeschooler,
Very.
and I'm going to make it work even when it's not working homeschooler.
Yeah. No. I didn't. I actually, like, had someone talk to me about homeschooling and I laughed in their face.
And I'm always the cheerleader back there, like, you can do it. You can do this. I swear you can do this.
I'm like, don't do it. Don't.
But now you're strong. You got this.
Yes, like now, like I had like a come to Jesus over the summer.
No,
and
Jesus had a, come on.
Yes, he
Come to
it was
homeschooling.
more like a smack across my and yeah, I'm really excited for this next year. So that's good.
I'm from the South.
And I'm not. I'm from California. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, my dad was in the Navy.
Oh, so you're like went all over.
Yeah. So I was born in San Diego, but I spent the majority of my childhood in Iowa.
So you have the whole Midwest meets the South.
And so that's why you can't really tell where I'm from based on my accent, because a lot of people are just like, wow, you sound Canadian. But then when I talk to my best friend in Iowa, she's like, you are so Southern. You need to quit it.
So here's what's funny for me with my accent, because I have a pretty deep one, or I think so. I don't think so, but
I don't think so.
so this is what's funny about it is I grew up in South Florida, and I was just at a wedding, and I was with some people, and they're like a little older than me, so of course they never knew me from the time of day, because, you know, like I was like going to be a freshman when they already graduated. They just graduated, so they don't remember me at all.
Yeah.
And they're like, where are you from? You got like such an accent. And I'm like, just like 4 houses down from you. And they're like, what? And then what I had to explain was because I actually spent like 8 years where she lives now, kind of outside of, but in that general area. And when I went to the university, and what happened was where I grew up in a small town, and now I feel like I gotta fix this because I'm fighting this stand. Where I grew up in a small town, everybody, their pronouns and their verbs and all of that didn't match. They didn't nominate whatever it's called, you know, I don't know what it's called.
They didn't talk right.
They didn't talk right at all. And they would make, I can't even do it now because it's so, and so I had a girlfriend who was actually our 4-H agent in that county, and we became friends because she was getting her master's degree when I was getting my bachelor's. And she said, you know, your grammar's all wrong, and you can't help it because that's how they speak here. But now that you're at the university, pay attention to how everybody speaks so you can learn it. And I mean, that was her instruction to me. And I was like, okay. And I shut my mouth. And I sat and listened, and I learned how to hear it, because it didn't sound wrong when I said it.
Oh, really?
So I had to listen, and in doing so, it gave me kind of a draw for the area I'm from. And if I get really tired,
it comes out.
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah.
It's really, really bad.
It comes out.
It comes out. And like sometimes in my videos where all of a sudden I'll be like, and I just start talking, and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. No, my children are both from the South now. They were both born in Tennessee, and I would not let them have a Southern accent.
You're like I'm fixing that. Like, we're not from here.
I don't know. It was like, and I mean, sometimes like the Southern sass comes out in my daughter, and she's all like, shoo, and like all this, and you didn't get that from me.
I had one, I was talking to somebody and they're like, oh, you got that Southern accent. I was like, oh, bless your heart. And they're like, that's because you're calling me an idiot. I go, we might be calling you an idiot, or we might literally be feeling just completely broken for you.
Yes.
And it might be both.
At the same time.
At the same time. We might be like, oh, my heart breaks for you because you're such an idiot.
Yes.
But at all times, it's most likely 99% with endearment. Even if you don't realize it.
Yeah. I just remember being like little and going and visiting my great-grandparents and not being able to understand what they were saying, because my grandma looked at me and I must have been looking for something, and she goes, it's over yonder.
And you're like, where's yonder?
Where's this?
Wait, don't you sing that? Oh, there's somewhere yonder in the, I don't know, it's a hymn. It has yonder in it.
It's a hymn?
It's a hymn.
With yonder?
Somewhere, no, y'all are gonna know it. You're gonna be like, it's this one right here.
When the row, something, it's called Up Yonder, I'll Be There. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Ah! What is it?
See, it's a real word. It's a real word. It's up there yonder. We gotta turn the air on because I'm starting to like heat up. All right, so what was that number? Like introvert, reluctant homeschooler.
Yeah, we're on number 3 now.
No, that was number 3.
that was
was
number
being
3.
from North and South.
Oh, okay.
Or Midwest and not Southern or whatever.
Yeah, so what's 4?
What's number 4?
I don't know.
What do you like to do?
What do I like to do? I read.
You're a reader. That's right. She didn't want to come visit me today. Because I said, I'm going to pull the camera out. And she was like, I'm going to go visit you. And then it was like, I'm going to pull the camera. Let's do some videos. You're like, not only that, she was on Instagram like, I want to go hide in my hobbit hole and read a book because I want to do this now. And I'm like, I know what this is about. I'm like, be strong. I'll talk the whole time, I promise.
I got called out.
I got called out. And then she texts me on the side note. She's like, yeah, that was totally about you.
I'll own up to it. Like, I like reading. I'm an artist. And so I draw and I paint. And
so as an introvert, you kind of go into quiet places and create.
Yes. And that's like, I can't work around other people, and it drives me crazy because especially when I'm drawing or something like that, like I'll turn around and somebody's always standing over my shoulder. Like, and I'm go.
They do, or they're climbing on your legs and stuff. Because I still have leg climbers, ankle biters. I got total. Is that a Southern one, ankle biters?
It might be.
We got ankle biters.
Probably, yeah.
So for me, I don't know. I'm a little bit toss up. There's a lot of stuff I like to do, but I think I've hit that point in motherhood where I'm just like, I'm doing everything I want to do out of necessity. Like, hey, I puff painted this week. Did you see that? I puff painted?
No.
I made like this really cool t-shirt that...
Oh, yeah. The goat one.
The goat one.
Yeah.
But I didn't do it because I felt like puff painting that day. I did it because I promised to make one for somebody, and we're going to see her on Saturday, so I had to get it done. So like...
You're forced into puff paint.
I was forced into the puff paint. And then, I don't know, like I've hit that point, and I don't know if this is like a motherhood point or not. I don't even like remember what I like to do anymore.
Yeah, it's so funny that you talk about that, because I've been reading a book.
What book?
I've been reading a book. The Forgotten Way.
That's what you like to do, don't you?
Yes.
The Forgotten Way.
By Ted Dekker.
Ted Dekker, okay.
So he writes all the like scary Christian books, and like with Frank Peretti and stuff. Okay, so anyways, now he's come out with this like devotional type book, and it's talking about that. It's talking about finding your identity and like the roles that you play, and he compared it to an actor, and like we might,
depending on the scene in the skit.
yeah, like or just depending on what role he plays in this movie, he doesn't continue that role in a completely different movie. Like he doesn't carry that character over. Like he is who he is. And that's kind of like how our roles are in life.
In the seasons.
Exactly. And that's not who we are. Who we are is eternal.
So kind of like talking like, so a situation had come up, and I can't share it with you guys yet, but just where something had been removed from me, and I was no longer invited to participate in something, and I was like, that's my identity. And I'm like, wait, no, it's not.
Right.
Back up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think, you know, right now for me, I wish I had more time to sew.
Mm-hmm.
I actually wish I had more time to sew clothes that I would enjoy sewing, but the reality, the time, and you know, and we're still living in limbo. I daydream of a day not living in limbo.
Yeah.
Because it's 4 years in.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like I'd like to, I know my hobby. I survive. In survival mode.
And you got it down.
I fake it really well. But I'm not a faker, you know, but
Yeah.
just kind of like keeping perspective of just like, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
Well, the thing is that, you know, your kids really can't need you freaking out 24/7 about your situation. Like,
yeah, and
if you're okay, they're going to be okay.
the other part too is like, now it's been such an expended part of their life.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want 4 years, I don't want to create an attitude of disgruntledness.
Yeah.
You know, like this is actually going to be really good for an attitude of being content, even when things aren't really
Right.
feeling content.
Yeah.
So that's number 4. So number 5.
I don't know.
I didn't really pray. I just thought 5 was a good number.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, come on, give me a question.
Are we like looking for opposites?
No?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Don't put me on the spot.
What's your favorite food? Oh, she's shaking. What's your favorite kind of food?
Awful. Ugh, I'm on keto now, so I don't.
Mexican?
No. I actually hate Mexican. It makes me gag.
Really? Everything in my life has to have cilantro. Cilantro, guacamole, cumin, garlic, onions. But you know, I'm from down there.
Yeah.
And like down there,
That's all. That's Spanish.
We
like,
authentic.
Yeah.
like I can't do Tex-Mex.
Yeah.
No Tex-Mex. Tex-Mex is not Spanish.
I can do Moe's.
Moe's, welcome to Moe's.
Yeah, I can do Moe's.
All right, so then do you like Asian? What kind of food do you like?
Yes, I love Chinese food.
I do too. Actually, I have cousins who are Filipino.
You told me that.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
and actually, so one lives near here, and I, of course, you know, because we're cousins, there was no warning. I was like, I'm kind of driving, pulling off last night, and I was taking a picture like, hey, look where I'm at. And she's like, why are you taking weird pictures? What are you doing? And I'm like, can you not figure out where I'm at? I was like hoping we could like coffee something.
Right.
And she's like, oh, I'm in the Philippines. I'm like,
Oops.
whoops. Like, because my aunt is Filipino, so she's half Filipino. And they all go back and forth and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a whole series of videos we're going to do. I'm going to actually use this as I'll do a playlist, and this will be our first playlist one.
Okay.
For my playlist. And I'll put her videos in that playlist, and you can just go through, and as they come up, we'll stick them in the playlist for you. So definitely make sure you are subscribing to Homeschool for Two, and you hit the little bell to remember to get notified. Because how often do you put videos out?
I don't know.
When she feels the need.
Yeah.
She's an introvert.
I try and do it like once a week.
I try to too, but you know, it all depends. Sometimes it's just a mama chat if I don't forget.
Or sometimes I like bombard you with videos, like one right after
This is
another.
important.
Yes.
I got things to tell you.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah.
So I hope, definitely give a thumbs up. Tell me, are you not excited if you have not been watching her that you're going to love her? I do. I always did. I always did. Like, especially when you came out. Well, because we had the one.
It's so awful. It's so cringy.
What about mine? You've been through me with a lot of weight loss.
I have. You look like a completely different person. Like
From the
now,
first ones,
yes.
yeah. Well, and sometimes I have to go back and look at old videos to be like, oh, I've come far. Don't dismiss the full journey.
Sure.
Don't be looking at your short term. Look at your full journey. It's like, I got this.
Yeah. You look a lot younger.
You're my new best friend.
It's true though. They'll agree with me.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Some days. All right. Anyway, go watch the rest of these videos when they come out. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.